Have you ever hesitated to speak up, doubted your ability to lead, or felt like you had to wait for permission to step into your power? If so, you're not alone. Many of us hold back, not because we lack the ability, but because we lack the confidence to claim the leadership that is already within us. Leadership isn't about titles, positions, or waiting for the perfect moment. It's about stepping up, owning your voice, and leading with confidence is not something you are born with, it's something you build. And today I'm here to help you do just that. In this talk, we'll explore what it truly means to command with confidence, how to shift your mindset, overcome self-doubt, and step into the leader you were meant to be. By the time we're done, you'll be ready to embrace your leadership power and lead with boldness, clarity, and purpose. Are you ready to take that step? Let's dive in. Believing in your authority is the foundation of strong leadership. It begins with recognizing that leadership is not granted by a title, but earned through confidence, experience, and the willingness to step up. Many people hesitate to assert themselves as leaders because they feel they need more credentials, more validation, or someone else's permission. However, true leadership starts the moment you acknowledge that you have something valuable to offer and the capability to make an impact. The first step in this journey is shifting your mindset from one of hesitation to one of ownership. You must first believe that you are capable before anyone else will. One of the most significant barriers to believing in your authority is self-doubt. The little voice in your head that questions whether you are good enough, knowledgeable enough, or experienced enough can be one of the most powerful obstacles to leadership. This inner critic often stems from past experiences, societal conditioning, or fear of failure. It is important to recognize that even the most successful leaders experience moments of doubt. The difference is that they do not let those doubts control their actions. Instead, they push forward, making decisions with confidence and learning along the way. Developing self-awareness and identifying the root of your doubts allows you to address them head on. Instead of allowing them to hold you back, use them as fuel for growth. One way to cultivate belief in your authority is to build confidence. When you consistently develop your skills, expand your knowledge, and refine your abilities, you naturally begin to trust yourself more. This does not mean that you need to know everything before stepping into leadership, but it does mean embracing a mindset of continuous learning. Leaders who believe in their authority do not pretend to have all the answers. Instead, they remain open to growth and improvement. They understand that confidence is built through experience and action, not just theory. Taking initiative and actively engaging in situations where you must lead, make decisions, and take responsibility strengthens your belief in your own leadership. Another critical aspect of believing in your authority is owning your voice. Many aspiring leaders struggle with speaking up, fearing rejection or criticism. However, a leader who hesitates to voice their thoughts and ideas will struggle to command respect and influence others. Developing a strong, clear voice, both literally and figuratively, is essential to claiming leadership power. This means learning to communicate with clarity, assertiveness, and conviction. It also means trusting that your perspective matters and that you have the right to be heard. Many people downplay their insights because they assume others know more or because they fear being wrong. But leadership is not about always being right. It is about being willing to take a stand, share ideas, and navigate challenges with confidence. Confidence in your authority is also about body language and presence. The way you carry yourself sends a message to those around you. Leaders who believe in their authority exhibit strong posture, maintain eye contact, and use deliberate movements. These nonverbal cues communicate confidence and competence, influencing how others perceive and respond to you. Even if you feel uncertain at times, Adopting confident body language can help reinforce your sense of authority. Studies have shown that standing tall, taking up space, and using open gestures can actually boost your own confidence levels, creating a positive feedback loop between your body and mind. Another important factor in establishing belief in your authority is learning to manage criticism and external opinions. No matter how skilled or competent you are, there will always be people who doubt you, challenge you, or offer unsolicited criticism. Leaders who struggle with self-doubt often take criticism personally, seeing it as a reflection of their worth or capability. However, strong leaders understand that criticism is part of leadership. They do not let negativity shake their confidence, but instead use feedback constructively. They recognize the difference between valuable insights that can help them improve and baseless negativity that should be ignored. A leader who believes in their authority does not seek approval from everyone. They trust their judgment and remain focused on their goals. Another powerful strategy for reinforcing belief in your authority is surrounding yourself with supportive and ambitious individuals. The people you spend time with influence your mindset and self-perception. If you are constantly surrounded by those who doubt your abilities or diminish your value, it can be challenging to maintain confidence in your leadership. On the other hand, being in the company of strong, confident leaders and mentors can help you internalize a greater sense of authority, seeking out positive influences, learning from those who have successfully navigated leadership challenges, and engaging in environments that foster growth can strengthen your belief in yourself. In addition to external influences, internal dialogue plays a crucial role in shaping your sense of authority. The way you talk to yourself matters. Many people unconsciously undermine their own leadership potential by using self-defeating language. Thoughts like, "I'm not ready," "I don't know enough," or "someone else is better suited for this," create barriers to stepping into leadership. Reframing these thoughts into empowering affirmations can make a significant difference. Instead of saying, "I'm not ready," shift to, "I am prepared to take on challenges and grow." Instead of "I don't know enough," say, "I am continuously learning and improving." Words have power, and the way you speak to yourself shapes your beliefs about your authority. Another critical element in believing in your authority is taking ownership of your decisions. Leaders who lack confidence often hesitate, seeking excessive validation before making a choice. This indecision weakens their leadership presence. Believing in your authority means trusting your instincts and being willing to make bold decisions. This does not mean being reckless or ignoring input from others, but it does mean standing by your choices and learning from the outcomes. Every decision, whether successful or not, provides an opportunity for growth and refinement. Leaders who trust themselves are not afraid to make mistakes because they understand that mistakes are part of progress. Experience plays a major role in reinforcing belief in your authority. The more you lead, the more confident you become in your ability to do so. Taking on leadership roles, even in small ways, helps solidify your self-perception as a leader. Volunteering for leadership opportunities, initiating projects, or guiding others in any capacity provides valuable experience that strengthens your belief in your ability to lead effectively. Over time, these experiences create a track record of success that further boosts confidence. Another crucial factor in believing in your authority is resilience. Leadership is not without challenges, setbacks, and obstacles. Leaders who struggle with confidence often interpret failures as proof that they are not capable. However, resilient leaders view challenges as part of the journey. They do not let setbacks define their worth or leadership potential. Instead, they use difficulties as learning opportunities and push forward with even greater determination. Resilience reinforces belief in one's authority because it demonstrates the ability to navigate adversity and emerge stronger. Imposter syndrome is another common challenge that prevents individuals from fully believing in their authority. Many high-achieving individuals feel like they do not truly deserve their success or fear that they will be exposed as not being good enough. Recognizing that imposter syndrome is a natural feeling rather than a reflection of reality is key to overcoming it. Leaders who struggle with imposter syndrome can counteract it by focusing on facts, acknowledging their achievements, skills, and the positive impact they have made. Keeping a record of accomplishments, receiving feedback from trusted mentors, and reminding oneself of past successes can help combat feelings of inadequacy. Believing in your authority also requires taking action, even when you do not feel fully ready. Many people wait until they feel 100% confident before stepping into leadership. But the truth is that confidence often follows action, not the other way around. Leaders who wait for absolute certainty before making a move may find themselves stuck in hesitation. The key is to take the first step, even when uncertainty exists. Small acts of leadership build confidence over time, creating momentum that reinforces belief in one's authority. Ultimately, believing in your authority is a continuous process. It requires intentional effort, self-reflection, and a commitment to growth. Leadership is not about being perfect. It is about showing up, taking responsibility, and trusting yourself in the face of challenges. When you recognize your value, develop your voice, and embrace your role with confidence, you naturally command respect and influence those around you. Communicating with clarity is one of the most essential qualities of an effective leader. The way you express yourself directly impacts how others perceive you, trust you, and follow your direction. Many people assume that communication is simply about speaking, but true clarity in communication involves much more than just words. It requires intentionality, confidence, and the ability to convey thoughts in a way that is both understandable and impactful. Leaders who communicate with clarity eliminate confusion, build credibility, and inspire action. They do not leave room for misinterpretation or ambiguity. Instead, they ensure their message is understood exactly as intended. One of the first steps to communicating with clarity is knowing your message. Many leaders struggle to articulate their ideas because they themselves are not entirely clear on what they want to say. Before speaking, it is important to take a moment to organize your thoughts. Ask yourself what the core message is and why it matters. What is the key takeaway you want your audience to remember? Clarity begins with having a well-defined purpose behind your words. When a leader speaks with a clear sense of direction, it becomes much easier for others to follow. Without clarity, communication can become scattered, confusing, or even misleading. A lack of focus in communication often leads to misunderstandings, mistakes, and a loss of confidence in leadership. Another important factor in clear communication is using simple and direct language. Many people believe that using complex vocabulary, technical jargon, or overly sophisticated sentences makes them sound more knowledgeable or authoritative. In reality, the opposite is true. The best communicators simplify their message so that it can be understood by everyone. Leaders who speak with clarity remove unnecessary complexity and get straight to the point. They do not try to impress with words. They focus on being understood. This does not mean oversimplifying or dumbing down information, but rather making sure that the message is accessible and actionable. Whether speaking to a team, an audience, or an individual, the goal is always the same: to ensure the message is received as intended. Confidence plays a major role in communicating with clarity. Even the most well-crafted message can lose its impact if it is delivered with hesitation or uncertainty. When a leader speaks with confidence, their words carry more weight. Confidence in communication is not about arrogance or dominance. It is about trust in one's message and the ability to convey it with conviction. Hesitation. Leaders who communicate with clarity speak with purpose, avoiding phrases like "I think," "maybe," or "I'm not sure." Instead, they replace uncertainty with strong, affirmative language that conveys authority and assurance. Tone of voice is another critical element of clear communication. The way something is said can completely change how it is received. A message delivered in a confident, calm, and steady tone is far more effective than one that is rushed, mumbled, or filled with nervous energy. Leaders who communicate clearly are mindful of their tone and ensure that it matches their intent. If the goal is to motivate, the tone should be energetic and encouraging. If the goal is to provide serious guidance, the tone should be firm and deliberate. Inconsistent or mismatched tones can create confusion or even lead to misinterpretation of the message. Nonverbal communication also plays a significant role in clarity. Body language, facial expressions, and eye contact can reinforce or contradict the spoken message. Leaders who communicate clearly are aware of their nonverbal cues and ensure that their body language aligns with their words. A strong posture, open gestures, and direct eye contact signal confidence and credibility. Conversely, crossed arms, avoidance of eye contact, or fidgeting can create doubt and diminish the impact of the message. Being mindful of body language helps ensure that the message is received as intended, reinforcing trust and engagement with the audience. Active listening is another crucial aspect of clear communication. Many people focus so much on what they want to say that they forget to listen. True communication is a two-way process, and leaders who communicate effectively understand the importance of listening just as much as speaking. When engaging in a conversation, giving full attention to the other person, acknowledging their points, and responding thoughtfully creates an atmosphere of mutual understanding. Leaders who listen actively are able to clarify misunderstandings, address concerns, and ensure that their responses are relevant and meaningful. Interrupting, dismissing, or failing to acknowledge the perspectives of others weakens communication and can create resistance. Asking for feedback is another powerful way to enhance clarity in communication. Leaders who are committed to effective communication do not assume that their message has been understood. They take the extra step to confirm it. This can be as simple as asking, "Does that make sense?" Or, "Do you have any questions?" Encouraging open dialogue and being receptive to questions allows leaders to identify any areas of confusion and address them immediately. This practice not only strengthens communication, but also fosters an environment where people feel comfortable seeking clarification rather than making assumptions. Adapting communication style to the audience is another key skill in ensuring clarity. Different situations and different people require different approaches to communication. A message delivered to a group of executives may require a more strategic and high-level approach, while a message to a team working on execution may need to be more detailed and action-oriented. Leaders who communicate clearly understand the importance of tailoring their message to fit the audience. They take into account factors such as knowledge level, background, and expectations to ensure that their words are both relevant and meaningful. A one-size-fits-all approach to communication often leads to disconnects and misunderstandings. Timing also plays a crucial role in clear communication. Delivering a message at the right moment can make a significant difference in how it is received. Leaders who communicate effectively understand that the context and timing of a message addressing important topics when people are distracted, overwhelmed, or emotionally charged can reduce the effectiveness of communication. Choosing the right moment, ensuring that the audience is receptive, and setting the right tone all contribute to the clarity of the message. Effective leaders are mindful of when and how they deliver key messages, ensuring that their words have the maximum impact. Storytelling is another technique that can enhance clarity in communication. People remember stories far more than they remember abstract concepts or lists of information. Leaders who incorporate storytelling into their communication make their messages more engaging and relatable. A well-told story provides context, creates an emotional connection, and helps illustrate key points in a way that is easy to understand and remember. Stories humanize communication, making complex ideas more accessible and increasing the likelihood that the message will resonate with the audience. Clarity in communication also requires eliminating unnecessary distractions. Too much information, overly complicated explanations, or irrelevant details can dilute the main message. Leaders who communicate with clarity prioritize what is most important and remove anything that does not contribute to the core message. They get to the point without excessive elaboration, ensuring that their audience remains focused and engaged. Being concise does not mean being abrupt or leaving out critical details. It means delivering the message in the most efficient and effective way possible. A leader who masters the art of clear communication also understands the power of repetition and reinforcement. Important messages often need to be repeated multiple times in different ways to ensure full understanding. Reinforcing key points through summaries, follow-ups, or multiple formats of communication helps solidify the message. Leaders who assume that saying something once is enough may find that their message gets lost or forgotten. Being intentional about reinforcing important concepts helps ensure clarity and retention. Consistency is another vital factor in clear communication. Leaders who frequently change their messaging, contradict themselves, or fail to follow through on what they say create confusion and mistrust. People look to leaders for guidance, and when messages are inconsistent, it creates uncertainty. Clear communicators are intentional about aligning their words with their actions, ensuring that their messaging remains consistent over time. When people can trust that a leader's words match their actions, communication becomes much more effective. Ultimately, communicating with clarity is a skill that requires intention, practice, and awareness. It is not just about speaking. It is about ensuring that messages are understood, meaningful, and impactful. Leaders who develop this skill gain the ability to inspire confidence, influence others, and create environments where people feel informed, engaged, and aligned with a shared vision. Taking decisive action is a defining characteristic of strong leadership. The ability to make decisions confidently and act on them without unnecessary hesitation is what sets great leaders apart from those who remain stuck in indecision. Many people struggle with decision-making because they fear making the wrong choice, worry about what others will think, or feel overwhelmed by the number of options available. However, leadership requires the ability to navigate uncertainty, trust one's judgment, and move forward even when all the answers are not yet clear. Leaders who take decisive action understand that hesitation and inaction can be more damaging than making an imperfect decision. Progress is made through movement, and movement requires decisions. One of the primary reasons people struggle with taking decisive action is fear of failure. The idea of making a mistake or choosing the wrong path can be paralyzing, leading to analysis paralysis, where a person overthinks every possible outcome and ultimately fails to act. However, failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey. Leaders who take decisive action understand that every decision provides an opportunity for learning and growth. Instead of fearing mistakes, they embrace them as necessary steps toward improvement. They recognize that avoiding decisions out of fear only results in missed opportunities and stagnation. The key is to shift the mindset from seeing decisions as permanent and high stakes to viewing them as opportunities for progress and course correction if needed. Confidence in decision-making comes from experience, but experience is only gained by making decisions in the first place. Many people believe they need to feel 100% certain before making a choice, but the reality is that complete certainty is rare. Leaders who take decisive action develop a level of comfort with uncertainty. They gather the best information available, analyze it efficiently, and then make the best possible choice with what they have. They understand that waiting for perfect clarity often leads to missed opportunities and delays. Instead of fixating on what could go wrong, they focus on what could go right and move forward with confidence. Taking decisive action also requires trust in one's intuition. While data, logic, and external input are important, gut instinct often plays a crucial role in decision-making. Leaders who trust their instincts develop a sense of internal guidance that helps them navigate complex situations. Intuition is not a random feeling, but rather a culmination of past experiences, knowledge, and observations that shape a leader's ability to assess a situation quickly. The more a leader acts on their intuition, the stronger it becomes. This does not mean ignoring logic or refusing input from others, but rather balancing rational analysis with an awareness of internal instincts. Another important aspect of taking decisive action is owning decision. Leaders who hesitate or constantly second-guess themselves weaken their authority and create uncertainty among those they lead. When a leader makes a decision and then continuously revisits it, changes direction without clear reasoning, or seeks excessive validation from others, it creates confusion and instability. Strong leaders stand by their choices and take full responsibility for the outcomes, whether successful or not. Even if a decision does not yield the desired result, a leader who takes accountability and learns from the experience gains more respect than one who avoids responsibility. Decisiveness also requires the ability to act quickly when necessary. Some decisions require careful consideration, while others demand immediate action. Leaders who are skilled at taking decisive action know how to assess the urgency of a situation and make swift choices when needed. They do not allow fear or overthinking to slow them down in moments where quick decisions are crucial. The ability to make rapid, confident choices in high-pressure situations is a hallmark of great leadership. This skill is especially important in dynamic environments where waiting too long to act can lead to missed opportunities or even crises. A common misconception about decisiveness is that it means acting alone without seeking input from others. In reality, strong leaders gather insights, ask for feedback, and consider multiple perspectives before making a decision. However, they do not get stuck in endless discussions or delay action in an attempt to gain unanimous agreement. They know how to take in relevant information, weigh the options, and then make a final call. Leadership is not about pleasing everyone. It is about making the best decision for the greater good and having the conviction to stand by it. Taking decisive action also means being willing to make bold moves. Many people stay within their comfort zones, making only safe, small decisions that do not challenge the status quo. However, great leadership often requires taking calculated risks. Bold decisions can lead to innovation, breakthroughs, and significant progress. Leaders who embrace this mindset are not reckless, but they are also not afraid to push boundaries and explore new possibilities. They understand that playing it safe all the time can result in stagnation and missed opportunities. They assess risks intelligently, prepare for different outcomes, and move forward with confidence. Another challenge many people face when it comes to decisiveness is dealing with external criticism. Every leader will face opposition, skepticism, and differing opinions. Some people will question decisions, while others may openly disagree. Leaders who take decisive action do not let external doubt shake their confidence. They listen to constructive feedback, but remain firm in their convictions when they know they have made the right call. They do not waste time trying to gain universal approval before moving forward. Leadership requires resilience and the ability to stand strong even when facing resistance. The ability to take decisive action is also closely tied to adaptability. No leader gets every decision right all the time. However, decisive leaders do not dwell on past choices or let mistakes define them. Instead, they adapt, pivot, and adjust their course when necessary. They are not rigid or stubborn in their decision-making, but remain flexible enough to modify their approach based on new information or changing circumstances. This balance between decisiveness and adaptability allows them to navigate challenges with confidence and maintain momentum even in uncertain situations. Decisive action is not just about making major strategic moves. It also applies to everyday leadership. Simple decisions such as how to handle a conflict, when to give feedback, or whether to take on a new opportunity all require a leader to act with confidence. Many people delay action even in small matters, waiting for the perfect moment or trying to avoid discomfort. However, strong leaders recognize that leadership is built through consistent, confident decision-making in both big and small moments. They do not procrastinate or avoid responsibility, but instead take action even when it feels uncomfortable. Self-discipline is another key factor in developing decisiveness. Leaders who struggle to take action often lack the discipline to follow through on their commitments. They may make a decision but fail to execute it with full effort. Decisive leaders not only make choices but also ensure that they follow through with consistency and determination. They do not allow distractions, self-doubt, or external obstacles to derail their plans. They remain committed to their vision and take the necessary steps to bring their decisions to life. Another important element in taking decisive action is having a clear sense of purpose. Leaders who lack direction often find it difficult to make decisions because they do not have a strong guiding principle to anchor them. A clear vision, mission, or set of values provides a framework for making choices with confidence. When a leader knows what they stand for and what they are working toward, decisions become much easier. They do not get lost in the opinions of others or caught up in unnecessary hesitation because they have a strong internal compass guiding their actions. Mastering the ability to take decisive action is a process that requires practice, self-awareness, and a willingness to embrace discomfort. It is a skill that grows stronger with experience, but the first step is making the commitment to act rather than overthink. Leaders who develop this skill gain the ability to navigate uncertainty, inspire confidence in others, and drive meaningful progress. By taking responsibility for decisions, trusting their judgment, and remaining resilient in the face of challenges, they establish themselves as leaders who are capable, influential, and ready to take on any challenge. Inspiring and empowering others is one of the most vital aspects of leadership. A leader is not just someone who gives orders or makes decisions. A true leader has the ability to ignite passion, confidence, and motivation in the people they lead. Leadership is not about control or authority. It is about creating an environment where individuals feel valued, capable, and driven to contribute their best efforts toward a shared goal. When leaders focus on inspiring and empowering others, they cultivate a culture of trust, innovation, and high performance. The best leaders do not just build followers, they build other leaders. One of the most effective ways to inspire others is through leading by example. People are far more influenced by what a leader does than by what they say. A leader who demonstrates integrity, resilience, and dedication naturally inspires those around them to adopt the same value. When team members see a leader who works hard, remains positive in the face of adversity, and treats others with respect, they are more likely to emulate these behaviors. Leaders who embody the principles they promote create a culture where actions align with words, making their influence more powerful and authentic. Empowering others begins with trust. When leaders micromanage, doubt their team's abilities, or refuse to delegate responsibilities, they send a message that they do not believe in their people. In contrast, when leaders show confidence in others by providing them with opportunities to take ownership of their work, they inspire individuals to rise to the occasion. People perform at their best when they feel trusted and supported. They become more engaged, take greater initiative, and develop a sense of accountability for their work. Trusting others does not mean letting go of all oversight. It means giving people the space and support to grow while being there to guide them when needed. Communication plays a crucial role in inspiring and empowering others. Clear, honest, and uplifting communication fosters an environment where people feel heard, valued, and motivated. Leaders who inspire others communicate a compelling vision that gives people a sense of purpose and direction. They do not just focus on tasks and results. They help individuals understand the larger impact of their work. When people see that their contributions matter and that they are part of something meaningful, they become more invested in their efforts. Effective leaders also encourage open dialogue, actively listen to their team, and create a space where people feel comfortable sharing ideas and concerns. Recognition and appreciation are powerful tools in empowerment. People want to feel that their efforts are noticed and valued. Leaders who take the time to acknowledge hard work, celebrate achievements, and express gratitude create a culture where people feel motivated to give their best. Recognition does not have to be elaborate or expensive. Sometimes a simple thank you or acknowledgement in front of peers can have a significant impact. The key is to be genuine and specific in appreciation, highlighting what the individual did well and why it matters. When people feel appreciated, they develop greater confidence in their abilities and are more likely to push themselves further. Encouraging personal and professional growth is another essential aspect of empowerment. Leaders who invest in the development of others create a culture of continuous improvement. This can be done through mentorship, providing learning opportunities, or challenging individuals to step outside of their comfort zones. When leaders support their team's growth, they send a message that they care about their success beyond just the immediate tasks at hand. People who feel supported in their development become more engaged, more loyal, and more willing to take on new challenges. Growth-minded leaders push others to strive for excellence while providing the guidance and resources needed to succeed. Another way to inspire and empower others is through fostering a positive and inclusive culture. The environment in which people work has a direct impact on their motivation and productivity. Leaders who create a culture of respect, collaboration, and encouragement allow people to thrive. A toxic or negative environment, on the other hand, diminishes morale and discourages people from doing their best. When leaders set the tone for positivity, demonstrate empathy, and ensure that everyone feels valued and included, they cultivate a space where people feel safe to express ideas, take risks, and contribute meaningfully. Giving people autonomy and ownership over their work is another powerful way to empower them. When individuals feel that they have control over their projects and decisions, they become more invested in the outcomes. Leaders who constantly dictate every step of a process stifle creativity and initiative. Instead, when people are given the freedom to find their own solutions and take responsibility for their tasks, they develop a sense of pride and accountability. Empowerment comes from allowing individuals to make decisions, take risks, and learn from both successes and failures. Encouraging resilience and perseverance is also key to inspiring others. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable, but how a leader responds to them influences how others do as well. Leaders who show perseverance in difficult situations, remain calm under pressure, and find solutions instead of dwelling on problems set a powerful example. They inspire confidence by demonstrating that obstacles can be overcome and that failures are not the end, but rather opportunities for learning and growth. When people see a leader who remains determined and optimistic despite challenges, they feel more motivated to adopt the same mindset. Building meaningful relationships with those you lead is a crucial part of inspiring and empowering them. People are more likely to feel motivated and engaged when they have a strong connection with their leader. Taking the time to understand individuals on a personal level, learning about their strengths, aspirations, and challenges, allows leaders to provide more effective support and guidance. Genuine connections foster trust and loyalty, making people more likely to go the extra mile. Leaders who show empathy, care, and investment in their team's well-being create a culture where people feel valued not just as workers, but as individuals. Creating an environment where people feel encouraged to take initiative is another way to empower them. When individuals are given the freedom to bring forward ideas, propose solutions, and take action, they develop a greater sense of responsibility and confidence. Leaders who discourage initiative by shutting down ideas, insisting on doing things their way, or failing to recognize contributions create an atmosphere of passivity. On the other hand, leaders who encourage innovation, welcome new perspectives, and support individuals in taking calculated risks build a culture of ownership and engagement. Providing constructive feedback is another essential part of empowerment. Feedback should not just focus on mistakes or areas for improvement. It should also highlight strengths and potential. Leaders who provide feedback in a way that is encouraging rather than discouraging help individuals grow without diminishing their confidence. The key is to balance honesty with support, offering guidance that helps people improve while reinforcing belief in their abilities. When people know that feedback is meant to help them succeed rather than criticize them, they become more open to learning and developing new skills. Challenging people to stretch beyond their comfort zones is another way to inspire and empower them. Growth happens when people are pushed beyond what they thought they were capable of. Leaders who recognize potential in others and encourage them to take on greater responsibilities, tackle new challenges, or step into leadership roles help them discover their own strengths. This does not mean forcing people into uncomfortable situations without support, but rather encouraging them to rise to the occasion with the right level of guidance and encouragement. When individuals overcome challenges they once thought were beyond their ability, they develop greater confidence and a stronger sense of self-belief. Inspiring and empowering others is a continuous process that requires intentionality and commitment. It is not about occasional motivational speeches or surface-level encouragement, but about consistently creating an environment where people feel supported, valued, and capable of achieving greatness. When leaders focus on building up others rather than seeking control, they create teams that are not only productive but also passionate and resilient. True leadership is about lifting others up, helping them realize their potential, and guiding them towards success in a way that is both meaningful and lasting.